about my grandfather, and I kind of neglect my grandmother, who is also a very big part of my life. So I want to talk about her tonight because it feels right. So my grandmother had a piano in her basement. She directed shows down at the local church. She gave me my first solo when I was 6 years old. It was Tomorrow from Annie. And it was a musical review called Manhattan Melodies. And I'm actually wearing my grandmother's bracelet. It says Manhattan Melodies, 1991. That was my debut. And yeah, so you didn't hear my patter. The last time I saw my grandmother, I was 21 years old, and she had lung cancer. And I was set to leave for Europe the next morning for a study abroad program through my college. And she needed help getting dressed, and she called to my mom to help her. And my mom said, "You go instead." And I didn't want to go because she was dying, and I didn't want to see her like that. But I forced myself to go. And as I was helping her get dressed, she made me promise her that I would wait for a guy that deserved me. And then her last before I left that day, she said to me, "I'll see you when you get home." And I couldn't look at her because I knew that that was the last time I was going to see her. And she could sense this, so she grabbed my arm and she forced me to meet her eye, and she said, "I'll see you when you get home." Her last request was that under no circumstances was I to cut my trip early if she died while I was there. So she did die while I was in Rome, and per her wishes, I stayed. I didn't go back for the funeral. I grieved for her there, which was hard, but also really amazing because it's like holy ground over there, and I could feel her everywhere. When I had heard she had taken a turn for the worse, I wrote her an email, and my mom read it to her by her hospital bed, and it was a thank you note. I thanked her for being my champion, for giving me my first solo, for introducing me to music and theater and art, for opening that door, and I said, "I'll see you when I get home." And this is for her. She could also be tough to love because she meddled in your business. For instance, when I wasn't cast as Maria in The Sound of Music in high school, she was livid. And she threatened to go to the school to have a word with the director, and I was terrified she was really gonna do it. But she really loved me, and I see that now so clearly, even though we could butt heads sometimes. Never be so kind, you forget to be clever. Never be so clever, you forget to be kind. And if I didn't know better, I'd think you were listening to me now. And if I didn't know better, I'd think you were still around. What died didn't stay dead. What died didn't stay dead. You're alive in my head. What died didn't stay dead. What died didn't stay dead. You're alive, so alive. Never be so polite, you forget your power. Never wield such power, you forget to be polite. every grocery store receipt, 'cause every scrap of you would be taken from me. I watched as you signed your name, Marjorie, all your closets of backlogged dreams, and how you left them all to me. What died didn't stay dead. What died didn't stay dead. You're alive. You're alive in my head. What died didn't stay dead. What died didn't stay dead. You're alive, so alive. And if I didn't know better, I'd think you were singing to me now. I didn't know better, I think you were still around. I know better, but I still feel you all around. I know better, but you're still around. Thank you.